Mmmm-kay.
Welcome back, viewers, to another episode of Let's Play Sacred with me, Bezlonir. Because that's not really who I am. It's not my real name. Of course not. Who would name their child Bezlonir? So yeah, I did, off camera, I did some of these quests over here in this area. I think I did about 3 quests. But then, I came back in here, and there's a quest that I turned in by the door. And I have now played through this twice, at least this area. I think I only did that quest on one character, but I never had this happen before. When I turned in that quest, this NPC spawned randomly right in front of a door. And it took me about 15 minutes to figure out how to get by her. I had to get my character on the other side of the door, close the door, and then I saved and reloaded my game a few times, and I was just like, moving my mouse around everywhere until finally my character slipped through, and I was like, oh my god. I thought fortunately I had a backup from just before that, but I didn't really want to have to play back through those like 10 minutes of doing stuff. Alright, let's get our horse back. I want my horse back. I want my horse back, baby back ribs. Those phonemes are just so different. I really can't make a horseback ribs thing. I can't do the song with it. You know what I'm saying? The H is a much longer sound than the plosive B.
Oh!
So,
Coward!
it was a joke I wanted to make, but I just don't think it's possible to make. So this is an interesting instance in which I can't hear myself over the sound effects, which is weird. I'm just using headphones. You got a little quest here. You could take it on. If I did take it on, I think I would just fail it, because I have no intention of
And now that you can no longer hide behind
going
your
back and doing this. So you gotta
prepare to
backtrack
meet
quite a
your
bit.
end.
What happens is you get, and we just made a level, you talk to this girl, she wants you to save her from the dragon cult, but then in order to do that you have to take her all the way back from there, all the way back over to right here, the exit of the desert. And then, if you stand on the wrong side of her, just like what just happened to me, with this other quest NPC, she'll stand right in front of you and you can't get back up into the lava area. Which, as far as I can tell, doesn't change whether you save and reload your game. It just so happens that on the other character that this happened to me with, which was a vampire, they have an ability that allows them to sort of jump over and attack an enemy, which bypasses terrain. So I was able to use that. It bypasses Tourette's, so it doesn't even matter if you slip out a few fucks or anything, you know. You just blame it on the Tourette's and you're good to go. Yeah. Making fun of mental illnesses. Man, it's funny, isn't it? Fucking crazy people. You're crazy, man. But I like you. Yeah, another poorly done reference. This time to old school. You know what makes a reference even better? Is if you actually literally tell people what you're trying to reference. That just proves how good your reference is.
Right away.
So there's this, this was a rare case where I actually read some quest text on another tune. This demon wants you to get his like rune or something back so he can be banished and go back to the demon world. Which, not uncoincidentally, is also the basic premise behind the demon character. If you read their plot, they just want to go back to hell. And they can't go back to hell because they're like trapped on Earth. I plan on making, I want to make some sacred like videos with some of my other characters or something. And I was also thinking about making like a kind of a how-to video for Sacred, just sort of explaining to anybody who might be interested in playing the game sort of how it works, because you could spend... It's kind of a funky game, so you could honestly spend about... depending on what kind of character you chose, you could probably spend about 20 to 30 hours figuring out how to play, and even that wouldn't be precisely, you know, and then it's just... There could be some variables into how, like, what kind of character you decide to try to make first, because some characters aren't really going to work, like, necessarily. Sort of depends on what you want to do. I mean, they won't... I don't know if they would be effective enough to win with. It's... You could probably win more or less with just about anything on bronze. Except, you have to beat... I think you have to beat 2 dragons in order to beat this game. So that might be a little difficult. I don't know what I'm doing. I forgot I was doing an LP. Can't save your game and load it all the time when you're doing an LP. Did reference, insert reference here if I was an editing type of person. Wasn't that reference clever? Yo, dog, we put a reference in your reference. We referenced the reference. We referenced the idea of referencing references. And we gave you some references. So, if you're applying for a job, just call us, and we'll tell them all about the references in your LP. And they'll be like, damn, we're impressed. We're hiring this guy. And that's how I got my job. It's kind of funny that I needed, like, references or whatever to get a job as a grocery stocker, you know? I think this world is not fair, is it? Okay, so if you look at this, okay, these are like little hoards here. There's like this cursed treasure. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. It wouldn't necessarily be as interesting to you. Depends on whether you played this game or not. So I suppose, am I giving up a huge secret when I say these are like the dragon's treasure hoard? So yeah, we're about to fight a dragon. I mean, there's a bunch of treasure that's hoarded. So either we're on TLC or there's a dragon coming up. I guess this is neat, but it's kind of stupid at the same time because I don't even really need gold. What do I have on this character? Yeah, I have a little over 1 million. I have like, I don't know how much on my other characters. Other items do seem to pop out sometimes, but I don't know. They don't seem to be particularly good. I guess you wouldn't expect them to be, but yeah, I was just playing this, actually not long ago, just today, I was playing this very area on Mary carried a very area through her scenario. I remember I was like trying to do some research for a story I was writing, and I was listening to a bunch of audio recordings that was just recording people with different accents to sort of see what their linguistic, what the kind of different phonemes they used, and it was interesting. I listened to different accents, you know. You can make fun of accents or you can observe them. There's no correct English, really, you know. That would be, what, Old English, you know? Thou art not speaking proper English. Arr, arr, arr. What a new baby. Because there's like extra consonants, like ye old shape.
Hey!
And then if you actually say ye old shape, then you're like an idiot. You know how that goes. Yeah, I used to do a lot of writing, like a creative writing major. Well, a degree, I guess it's not a major, because I actually got it, I finished it. So this guy will do his meteor showers and crap. Those are some of the worst. I guess he'll use those if you're far away. Then he'll use the
Natural
fire.
selection.
I don't know why that happens sometimes. You see, I got like dazed instead of dying. Oh, I think I do. I might have some idea how that happens. Okay. This is a really weird thing that I don't really understand, so I still don't totally understand this game. It's buried somewhere. Let me see. If you hover over this plus, it'll give you a total readout of all your stuff. It doesn't say anything in there. No, like, okay, yeah. See, under I am hovering over resistance, and it says 72% survival bonus. So I don't know if that has something to do with the survival bonus. I really don't know. Anyway, that dragon is. He seemed a little easier to me, despite, well, I got knocked out this time, but on my vampire, while I had a lot of trouble with some other dragons, he was a little easier. So I was wondering if, that's why you don't get quite as good a treasure. You know, some of them are like optional, more optional than others. I'm gonna pick up a few of these things, but I mean, gold isn't really that big of a deal. So on the vampire also has a minion that the vampire can use. Well, the vampire has a lot of potential minions, actually. It's sort of a minion class in a way. But it has something similar to the unicorn. Except it's a vampiric wolf. And this unicorn goes up 5 levels every time that you put that you add a rune to it. I don't even know how to describe that, but yeah, see a pair of pants popped out of that cursed whatever, and there's a bunch of them in each one of these piles of gold. In silver they give 5,000 gold apiece. I don't know, I haven't got to the further difficulties yet. I will, I think, but we'll see. But the difference between the wolf and the unicorn would be the unicorn, he kind of swoops around for the most part, and he'll come in. He's kind of like a bird or something. He like comes in, lands a hit, and then he goes back out. You know, he doesn't like to hang around. So one upside to him is that he seems to stay alive a long time because of that. But he didn't do a whole lot, you know? Like, he doesn't really contribute all that much. The vampiric wolf seems to get into it a little bit more. So he's like, he's up and in it, he's rowdy, he's all about it. He's like, he's from New Jersey or something. I don't know, I don't even know what that means, man. I guess I've been to New Jersey, but I'm not even really sure. It's one of those things, if you go to New York with somebody you don't really, or with somebody else and you don't really know the area that much, you kind of hazy after a few years, you don't really remember exactly whether you went to New Jersey or not. That can happen. It's sort of nebulous. Come to think of it, I believe I had forgotten about it, but I think I did go to Maryland too. So, but I didn't spend very long there. Like, this is like so meaningless to anybody, because like, for all you know, I live in Maryland. Well, I don't live in Maryland. I live in Colorado. That's where I abide. But I am not the dude, but I wish I was sometimes. But if I was, I'd be older, I'd be closer to death. Nobody wants that. But how can you know you're closer to death, you ask? Well, nobody can know that. For we do not have foresight into the future. We do not know when we will die. No, we do not. That is why you must carpe diem. Yes, I deliberately mangled that. I don't know why. Whew! Boy, I thought I was bugged out for a second again.
The element of fire.
That's all you're gonna say? So we got the element of fire.
Ah!
I'll tell you what. I was debating about what's the quest? What's the quest? What is all this about? So, off the Brave Rock. Did the Rebel Base. Library of the Elders. Find the 4 elements. I must find the 4 elements which make up the soul of our world. Sharifa had said that I would find. I don't know. I can't go on. I could do that, but I'm not doing it very well right now. Yeah, I don't know. You'll have to take my word on it. Okay, this is where I'd find the element of fire near El Kazaba Nak Draco. Yeah, that helps a lot. The heart of the world is made up of these elements: earth, fertility, and grave, the beginning and the end; water, the source of life, but treacherous and poisonous in its many forms; air, the breath of life, but suffocating and raging with enormous force. Huh? Fire, the soul which powers all life, burning and demanding. It's like a 17-year-old's poetry. I have found the element of fire. Yes, I did. I don't even know why the fuck we need these things, man. It doesn't say. There's something about they're like the soul of our world. I don't know how that relates to the basic thing is that there's like a demon and we're supposed to send him back to hell because this bad necromancer or whatever, he was a bad guy and he summoned this demon and he said, "Oopsies, guys, I didn't mean to do that," but he really did. He said, "I thowie." Yeah, that doesn't work when you're not 5 anymore. Sorry. Oh, good. I was worried I didn't pick up that portal room for a second. What? I just stepped out. He's like, "I am dead. I'm dead. I am dead." Well, that's why he's like level 7. And we are level 35. Oh, so if you want to know where that let us out, we're right up here in this area. Not far from where we started, just north of Silver Creek, and head up to Bravesbury. This bridge may be familiar to you, perhaps. I don't know why I'm not on my horse. I'm going to rectify that in a second. But now there is undead down here. Yay. So yeah, when I crossed this bridge before, there was like level 25 mobs up here. They'll be a little higher in level now, but point being, that's pretty much what that is. Yeah, see, now they're like level 30, but it's still, we're level 35. Yeah, it's still a little low in level compared to us. Wow. Yeah, I came back from that menu and my character didn't want to move too much. I don't like that way that guy's walking. I think he has a stick up his ass. I literally have a stick up my ass. It's quite uncomfortable. I don't like it very much. No, that's not true. I do like it. A little, but it doesn't make me gay, is it? Just because I like a stick up my ass? It isn't like a stick up their ass. In my opinion, that makes you a man. Makes you a man. You like a stick up your ass. A nice, solid stick. I have to buy this helmet back because I forgot I had my runes in there. Oh, that's that scale of a dragon I was talking about before. If you remember, if you don't, I don't blame you. Fire resistance plus 40%, magic damage plus 10%, and that's very weird what that means. That means, like, okay, if you look at this thing, under weapon, it says how much magic damage I have there, which is just based on the rings and weapon I have. So it would give plus 10% to that value there, which is like 19 to 37. That's shit. That's a bullshit affix. Yeah. That's not, it would have to say magic spell damage plus 10% or something like that. So it's one of those little sneaky ways this game fucks you over. I don't know. Oh, look at that. More inventory management. What are you gonna do? I don't know what to say. That's a big part of this game. I do prefer to do as much of that sort of thing off screen as possible. Oh, I don't think we've showed off that enemies die on sight thing very much. If you want to go through an area with pretty low level mobs, that's a handy little thing. You don't even need much of a high value in that for that to be effective. I've seen it before, just pretty much slaughter everything around. They all just die when you run up, which is pretty cool, I guess. I think when I get to Brave Rock Castle, I'm going to run back and forth between the vendors and stuff. I need a lot more regen special move, because I got all these runes and I really can't use it on much because my regen times are already so high on these. I could put a bunch into multiple shot. Looks like the duration or quantity is never going to change, so at this point it's pretty much just boosting the attack, which isn't all bad. That means when you use it, everything will be more likely to hit. So there's something to be said for that. I really like the rings that have, well, good damage on it for this character, but also a little extra stat. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got a little time. I'm not sure if I want to do these quests over here. I already got them? Oh, really? No, I didn't get... when did I pick these up? I must have just picked them up. Tripping, B. No, clearly I didn't pick them up because I don't even have the Fog of War uncovered. Which
Right away.
Seems like an odd appellation for this. Strange thing to call it. Are these enemies? Okay, I didn't think so. This is different. What's this? You're bold but stupid. A new order will sweep across Ancaria and flush out infidels. Okay.
Natural
Just go ahead and do
selection.
this. And you guys will be dying momentarily. Wait, did my unicorn kill all those guys or what? Okay. Guess that's just pretty much a little bit of XP there. What's this guy doing? Is he watching through their window? You creep. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It was a question. Is the answer to the question on my mind? Why do you waste my time? Sorry, it's just a song that I hear about a million times every night
for this job to be completed.
at work. Why do you waste my time? Is the answer to the question on my mind. Yeah. I could try to sing better, and every once in a while I perhaps do, but on balance, the singing good is not occurring. Not with these vocal pipes, but if I went and ripped somebody else's out, tried to use them, then people would have a very dim view of me, wouldn't they? They're like, that's the guy who rips out people's vocal cords. He's a jerk. He also masturbates monkeys in his living room. What? What? I don't know. Well, man, I'm not even drunk. I'm not even drunk. It's like something I would have said when I was like 20. I just remember when I was like 17 and I was like totally off my ass in somebody's backyard, and we were all into doing very many things that were illegal to us, and it was like 3 a.m. in a suburban neighborhood, and I was like yelling, "Man, I'm so drunk and high right now." That was great. That was great. Oh, good times. Better living through chemicals. Not really. It's actually just a huge waste of your time. Don't do drugs, Mmmm-kay. Drugs are bad. Okay, that's the end of this LP. Dogs are barking. See you later.